Yokozo Tomodachi! Hi friends, welcome back to part 2. We're going to be working on another set of hiragana. And we're going to start off with the ends. So we finished up with the T's on the last one. Now we're going to the ends. So we're going to start off, this one's a little funny. This is na, so you're going to start off line, down, kind of like a little plus, little side, and now down and over. That makes a na. And na as in nani, which means what, which I'm sure most people watching this have a understanding of. Next, we have the hiragana for ni. Ni is pretty simple. I like to think knee is a man's actual knee. There's the leg, and it's bent, and you can see the knee. Now, what's fun about ni means two in Nihongo. And in the other forms of ni, it is literally just these two. It's just this. A little different, but basically that's the same in all three, which is nice. So not everything has to be crazy. Alright, so next we have new. Now, new is you're going to go down, and you're going to start from the top here and go down, around, and around. And new you can find in an example word of inu, which means dog. So there's na, ni, nu, and next we have ne. Alright, so down, start from over here, left to right, down in the same motion, come back up. Gonna go over and make this little loop-de-loop, and that is ne. Now, there's only 3 hiragana that have these little loop-de-loops. So just remember that 2 out of the 3 are in the ends, nu and ne. And the other one we'll get to is also a U sound, but I'll point that out when we get there. So try not to overthink it. It can be quite confusing because there are 2 more that look very similar to this and 1 more that looks very similar to that we're going to get to very soon. So not, ni, nu, ne, and now no. And now something to remember about no is that there are many particles in Japanese that break up sentences. No is one of them. Same with ni is one of them. And they mean very different things. No, if I'm going to give a very quick example, is let's say you were to say I, watashi, no. So if you're going to say watashi wa, that's statement, I am. But watashi no makes I into my or mine. It's a possessive. So there's nani nu ne no. And no 10-10s on this one, so don't worry about that. Next are the H's. So we have, to start it off, ha. Ha, as in happy, which is a ceremonial, well, not ceremonial, but it's a very old style Japanese clothing. Or ha as in hajime, which means to start, or a man's name. It is actually my self-given Japanese name. I will always go by hajime any chance I get, unless it's official reasons. So ha. Next we have he. He. So ha, he. And now this next one's a little weird. So it's a 4-piece one. So start up top. Now we're gonna make one that goes off to the side a little. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this makes a foo sound. It's kind of, sometimes it's like hoo, sometimes it's foo. It's kind of a soft sound, so just hoo foo. It depends on the word. Like, that's how you would make Fuji, as in like Fuji Mountain or Fuji film cameras. Ha he fu. And next we have he. And this is another particle. Or correction, he. He. My apologies. So, fun one with this. Let's say you're wanting to reply to somebody who says something to you. You go, he. That's this sound. And also, when we're using this as a particle at the end of a word, just like I said, watashi wa, this is a wa when it's used in particle form. So it's ha if it's in a word, it's wa when it's used by itself outside of the sentence. So watashi wa, anata wa, that kind of. Now, next we have ho. So ha, he, hu, he, ho. And just like ha, gonna start top to bottom, and 1, 2, come down and around. So ha and ho are very similar. Now, H's are a little different than the rest of the hiragana alphabet. So I'm gonna show you. We have 10 tenths. So now with the 10 tenths, that makes it into B sounds. Ba, be, boo, be, bo. But, Bobby, boo, be, bo. Now, what makes this different is it's not just that changes with these. So this is the only set that gets 2 different variations, and this is called a maru. So you're going to put these little circles next to it. So now it's a P sound. Pa, P, poo, pe, po. It's not too bad. I know it sounds like a lot to take in, especially when you're learning a new language, but that's why we're breaking it down set by set. Definitely write down notes, and definitely try and find any source material you can. I still think that the best way to learn Japanese is to meet Japanese people, get to know them, be their friends, really one-on-one conversations, get in group activities, really expand your language skills as much as possible. All right, so that was the H's. Next, we have the M's. All right, so the M's are pretty simple. So we are done with the 10 tens. That's why the H's were kind of good to get out of the way. So 1, 2, down, up, and over, and that makes ma. So ma. Next we have me. So 1, so up, down, cross, down, over, and now whoop, me. Feel like sometimes my Japanese is better than my alphabet skills. Ma, me. Next we have mu. So 1 over, down, little loop-de-loop, a little more down, up, and this. Now mu, a fun one to remember on writing this is you can kind of see a cow's face. Moo. Okay, next we have me. Me. All right. And I made moo way too big, but we can fit the last one in. Okay, so next is mo. So one, two, down and up. Mo. I think mo kind of looks like a fishing hook. That's just what I think. It's good to find pictures that these look like because it will help you a whole lot when trying to remember all of them. Pictures are great ways to remember. So ma, me, moo, me, mo. All right, on to the next set. This next set is quite small, which is nice, and it will be our last set for this quick video. And this is the yas, the y's. So one little mark here, down. That's ya. Next we have, so where there would be a E, no E. That X means nothing there. I'm just putting it so it's not within the same. So next we have U. So up, down, over, and a slash through there. And U kind of looks like a fish with a sword going through it. Like you stabbed a fish. All right. Now where there would be oh, my apologies. So E and E don't have one with the Y's. And then this one is yo. So yo, like I think it's like a kabuki actor holding out his hand going, yo. If you haven't watched kabuki, definitely look it up. It is great. I love it. So that is that set. So ya, you, yo. Uh, and we will get into more about how these work in their subforms. They're still the exact same sounds, they're still the exact same shape, it's just how you draw them. So that is just food for thought for the next lesson. And hope you learned quite a bit with this. And I will see you next time. Mata ashtane!